Hello, I am Dr. Shell and welcome to Writing in Psychology. This video will introduce you to our course so you know what to expect throughout the semester. I'm a developmental psychologist, but I do a lot of writing, and I believe that being a good writer is not necessarily an intrinsic talent, but it's a matter of having some basic foundational skills and then doing a lot of practice and a lot of revision. So the goal of this course is to really provide you with some of these basic skills and some practice to enable you to write effectively in your classes throughout your time at TAM-UCT. So I'm going to start today by giving you a little overview of what our Canvas page looks like, what our class will entail, and just get you started on the right track. Let me share my screen here. So this is our Canvas page. Start by reviewing this basic information, but your homepage will generally be this Modules tab on the left. So at the top, we have some general information. This covers kind of the basics you'll need throughout the course, your syllabus, how to contact me, grading rubrics, and things like that. So you want to check back with this frequently. If you have any questions, right here is a question and answer forum. So check this regularly. Feel free to respond to your classmates' questions or post your own questions. If you have a pressing question and you don't get a response from me here, occasionally I will miss them. Feel free to email me as well. So don't worry about being redundant. Go ahead and email me to be sure your question gets answered. So again, this Modules tab on the left will be your home base. After that introductory module, the modules are organized by week. So each week you'll work your way through the modules. You can even use the previous and next tabs in the bottom to kind of work your way through. Most weeks will start with an overview. So this gives you an idea of what we're covering and what goals we're trying to accomplish. And then I'll post assigned readings, lectures, and PowerPoints along with the assignments. I did want to note that for each lecture, I've posted it in two ways. The first is a link to the YouTube video of the lecture. The second is a PowerPoint. And the PowerPoint, if you just look at it in Canvas, it'll give you a preview. That's just the text. You can see that here as soon as it loads. And that's fine if that works for you, but it is a narrated PowerPoint. So if you download it, you can actually see the narration by slide, and you can get closed captioning there as well. Okay, so the very first thing that you should do is review the syllabus carefully. It's in the introductory section. It's also in week 1, and it looks like this. I'd encourage you to print it or save it so you always have it on hand. I've got my contact information here. Email is the best way to contact me, and I'll respond to emails within the week, during the week within 48 hours, often sooner. Be aware that I don't reply to emails on weekends or outside of business hours, so please make sure to look at all of the assignments and start doing your work ahead of time so that you have time to contact me if you have questions. I'm very happy to meet individually. Meetings will be via Microsoft Teams, and you can sign up on this link through bookings. So this class is entirely online, so it's essential that you have internet access, and you'll need to log into Canvas at a bare minimum of once per week, but I really expect you to log in much more than that. Remember that if we were face-to-face, this is a 4 credit hour class, which means we'd be together for at least 4 hours per week. Plus, you're expected to do at least 2 hours outside of class on readings, assignments, and prep work for every hour you spend in class. So basically, you should plan to spend at least 12 hours per week on this class. So make sure that you schedule that time and plan accordingly. In terms of keeping up, there are 3 big things that you can do. The first is stay on top of the material. So read the chapters, review the PowerPoints, watch the lectures, and do those things earlier in the week so you know if you have questions. Next, do the assignments, especially for this class. The assignments are designed to help you practice what you've read and work towards your final project. So they are very important. And then finally, ask questions. So you can email me, you can use the question and answer forum, but if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And if you're experiencing trouble in the course, please contact me. We're working on this big final project throughout the course, so it's going to be really important that you keep up because it gets hard to catch up if you get behind. In terms of technology requirements, in addition to Canvas, you're going to need to check your A&M Central Texas email regularly. We also, for this class, have 5 required individual meetings, so one-on-one. And these will take place via Microsoft Teams. I'd really encourage you to download Teams now. Make sure your camera and microphone are working properly to avoid technical difficulties when we meet. In addition, we'll be doing a lot of writing in this class, so it's important that you have Microsoft Office 365. This addresses formatting issues and also makes sure that myself and your peers can give you feedback efficiently. And you can get all of these resources for free via TAMUCT, so I've got links in the syllabus. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to sign up for Safe Zone to get important campus notifications. Okay, so the syllabus also has some basic overview information about our course. By the end of the class, in terms of learning objectives, you'll be able to read, summarize, and interpret research articles, use APA format, use ethical writing practices, and you will write a psychology literature review. So note that this is a writing intensive course, so a significant portion of your grade is based on writing. In terms of textbooks, we'll be using the Landrum textbook as well as the APA manual. The APA manual you'll need for several classes, so go ahead if you don't already have a copy and purchase a copy of that. Because this is an online course, it's particularly important that you have the textbook, so you'll get a lot of information from there. In terms of course evaluation, it's broken down into the class and the lab components. So for the class component, you'll have 14 assignments worth 10 points each. These are designed to assess your knowledge of the content and to help you organize your thoughts, your sources, your arguments, and plan your paper. So note that these assignments will take the place of quizzes or tests. So you're expected to really demonstrate your knowledge of the lecture and the reading material in these assignments. And all assignments are due Sunday at 11:59 unless otherwise noted. You'll also have a reflection paper at the end of the semester where you'll think a little bit more about your writing process. The lab part of the course is where you'll really apply what you've learned in the class section to your larger final paper. So first we'll have those 5 individual meetings with me throughout the semester worth 60 points. These will typically happen in the first half of the week and there'll be signups on Canvas. And what we'll do is we'll meet Monday through Wednesday to discuss your work from the previous week and set the stage for that week's work. Previous students in this class have said that the meetings are one of the most helpful things for them. So please make sure to come prepared and really take advantage of these because this is where you and I get an opportunity to really discuss your paper. Finally, 250 points is your final paper, which is an APA style literature review. And you're going to complete this through a series of small assignments that lead up to your final draft and presentation. Got some more details about grades. Also, this course has a research experience requirement where you need to complete 3 research experience credits. So you have 2 choices for this. You can either read and review research articles related to the course content, or you can sign up to participate in a research study on SONA. So make sure you review that, and we'll discuss that as we get closer to those requirements. Okay. And then finally, I've got the course outline. So this is broken down by week and what's due for the class versus the lab, and this parallels what's on Canvas. I'd really encourage you to print this out and check things off as you finish them because this is a helpful tool to keep track of what you've done. Okay, so returning to Canvas and our modules on campus, you're going to start with week 1 this week. So you've watched the video, and so we're going to take a look at the week 1 overview, which reviews what you have to do. And we've got the syllabus that you're going to review. I'm going to go back to our modules because it's easier to see everything. Okay, so you've got the week 1 overview that you want to read. You're going to review the syllabus carefully on your own and then take the syllabus quiz to ensure that you really understand the course policies and procedures before you start the class. Next, there's a pretest so that I can kind of know where you're starting from. So you're going to get a grade on this based on completion, not on your actual score. And then there's also an introduce yourself forum where you're going to introduce yourself to the class. We'll be doing some peer reviews and giving each other feedback. So it's important that we get to know each other a little bit. And in addition to posting your own introduction, you'll want to reply to at least 2 other people's posts. So once you get those introductory things out of the way, then we'll jump into the material. So we've got the first chapter from the Landrum book, and then there's a lecture video. And again, remember that there's the YouTube video and then the narrated PowerPoint option if you prefer that, or you can just look at the PowerPoint for the slides. Part of what we're doing this week is covering some basic research methods to help you understand the articles that you're going to be reading throughout the semester. So to facilitate that, we're going to do a little bit of practice. I've got a short video about how to read a journal article, and then you're actually going to be reading an article. So I found this very short article on adolescence and sexting. And so what you're going to do is read the article, and then we're going to have a discussion forum about that. So you're going to post to the discussion forum. And your post should include 1 paragraph that's a summary of the article. Make sure you put it in your own words and do not use direct quotes, and that you cite your source. And then your second paragraph is going to be your own perspectives on the article. So importance of it, strengths and weaknesses, and then 1 follow-up question. So in addition to doing your own post, you'll need to reply to 2 peers' posts. Okay, so it's a lot the first week, but things will settle down as we focus more on your final project. That is the basic structure of how the class will work. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me via email. And I look forward to getting to know you via the Introduce Yourself forums and our meetings.